Okay, so now I'm looking at the D4 activity. You can't see it here. I'll show you. It's back here. D4 BTC Boxplot Practice. All right, let me put this back. It's making me dizzy. All right, so we are looking at how to do box plots, just doing some quick summary. So the first thing I recommend is go ahead and put the data in the Stapplet. All right, which one? It's a one quantitative variable. So let me move this just so you can see it for a second. So it's the one quantitative variable single group. And so the first one I've got here is the one that says kiddos. And I went ahead and typed all the data. Remember, the data is actually 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. So translating a stem plot to data. All right, so I went ahead and typed all that data in. And here I have the summaries for both sets. But let me just go ahead and pull up here. Begin analysis. And there's your summary. There's your mean, your standard deviation right after this min, Q1, median, Q3, and max. That is your 5-number summary. Okay, so you can see, and actually see numbers in the red box in the summary stats. But I can probably, wrong one. I have room for this one. Come on, wake up. Well, there we go. Come on, awesome screenshot. Awesome screenshot doesn't want to work right now. Oh, it's probably slow because I'm processing stuff right now. So if you pull up the summary statistics, right? Yeah, I've slowed down my computer. It's processing video. That's fine. Okay. And then I Control V. There we go. Let me move this puppy. Make it smaller. So this is basically the same as the box plot on top. I was just trying to save room. Probably better just to give you two separate box plots. And you can see there's your 5-number summary. 3, 11.5, 14.5, 16.5, and 21. All right, what is the IQR? So you've got to do that calculation. Stapplet doesn't give it to you. It is Q3 minus Q1, 16.5 minus 11.5, and you get 5. What is the lower boundary? So we've got to go back to that formula. Lower boundary is Q1 minus 1.5 IQR. So I highlighted that. I'm actually going to slide back to the activity because I have it right here. See, oh yeah, see that box we highlighted? I highlighted it. You want this on your cheat sheet, okay? Because you're going to be using it. And, back. So what is the lower boundary? So Q1, make sure you get Q1 minus, because you're trying to go low, 1.5 IQRs. And we just calculated the IQR. It's 5. 1.5 times 5 is 7.5. 11.5 minus 7.5 is 4. Then I ask you, are there any outliers? Well, yes. If I were to draw the boundary, this would go at 4, and the 3 is an outlier. Okay. What is the upper boundary? So we're going to start at the high end, but not the max. All right. Q3, 16.5, and we're going to add 1.5 IQRs. So 16.5 plus 7.5 is 24. We don't have any data points higher than 24, and there are no high outliers. Then you should draw the box plot. And you can just come here. So you can either show the box plot above the dot plot. See how the whiskers just go to the data. It never goes, you would never see a whisker over here where there's no data. And this one is our outlier because it's outside of the whisker. Now, if you want to, you can just hit box plot because that may make it a little easier for you to draw because you don't have the dots in the way. And you can see what each of these numbers are as you float over them. And you can see I copied the box plot down here. Okay. Determine the mean using Stapplet or a calculator. So I just looked up here, Stapplet, and it told me 13.85 is the mean. And how would you describe the symmetry? There's an outlier, so it's skewed to the left. All right. Would the mean or the median be better? Outliers, use median. All right. So let's go to the other set of data in case you were using the other side. And here we go. We have, so I'm asking you to complete both sides if you can, please. So we have the second set of data, which is how many hours of sleep my students got. And so here's hours slept, data, begin analysis. We'll just jump to box plot now. and there's the box plot, and you can see that it's skewed right. Okay, we know the boundary is somewhere between 9 and 12, so we've got to figure it out. There is an upper boundary that is crossed here. Our lower boundary is not crossed because the whisker went all the way down. So let's see what's going on. What is the 5-number summary? Well, I just pulled it from the table. 3, 5.5, 6, 7.5, and 12. What is the IQR? Make sure you take Q3, and I think it's this one right here. And if I probably could copy this on. So Q3 is 7.5, and then we got to subtract the, well, first we got to find the IQR. Let me go ahead and just copy this so it's separate. Here's my summary stats. Copy. Just so it's a little easier to see. I mean, I do like my graph that's up on top with both of them. It's like, oh, that's so convenient. But actually, you know what? I think I'm going to get rid of that. I don't really need that. I'm going to go put this on my 5-number summary. So I'm going to separate these because they really are separate pieces. I was just being efficient in my own mind. All right, so I'm going to put this over here. Okay, so for this one, the 5-number summary is right here. So that's the numbers you want. And there we go. So that's your 5-number summary. Let's see if we can make that a little better. There we go. Okay, so we've got a 5-number summary. Q3 minus Q1 is 7.5 minus 5.5 is 2. That'll be easy to multiply. Lower boundary is Q1 minus, remember, trying to go lower, 1.5 IQRs. So 5.5 minus 1.5 twos. 1.5 twos is 3. 5.5 minus 3 is 2.5. And that is below our lowest data point, so no outliers. Upper boundary, we go to the high end of the box, which would be Q3, 16.5. And we, no, that's the max. No, do I have it right? Q3, I have the wrong box here. Boom. Bad teacher. Let's get the right box. It was not this one. It was our slept. Here we go. Yeah, my max is not near so high. You're probably going, this is Everman. What's going on? There we go. Let's try that again. Copy. And go back to our packet. This back up here. Shrink it down. And there's our 5-number summary. Okay, so now we got the right. So Q3 is 7.5. So we're going to have 7.5 plus 1.5 times IQR. 1.5 twos, which is 3. 7.5 plus 3 is 10.5. Again, remember to multiply that out first before you add or subtract. Then we copied down our box plot, which was right here, right? So there it is. You can highlight, you can hover over it and see what it is. And then determine the mean using Stafflet. Well, we just pulled it off the Stafflet, 6.45. And it's skewed right to the high, because of the outlier in the right, which means the mean is greater than the median. It's being pulled to the right. And we want to use the median again because, and IQR, because we have outliers. So anytime that happens. And that's it.